Welcome back. This is Pharma Careers, clear role breakdowns, practical skills, and step-by-step career roadmaps.
So, you've just graduated from pharmacy school, and you're probably hearing all sorts of crazy things about your first salary, right? Let's cut through all that noise and figure out what you can actually realistically expect to see on that first offer letter.
I mean, on one side, you've got people telling you you're going to make bank immediately. And then on the other, you hear these whispers like, oh, pharma pays freshers nothing. The truth? Honestly, both of those extremes are pretty misleading.
So, what is the real story here? What's actually going on with that first paycheck? Well, that's what we're going to unpack right now. We'll break down the key factors that actually determine your pay, so you know exactly what to expect. See, it all boils down to what I like to call the 3 salary levers. Think of these as the main controls that recruiters and hiring managers are looking at when they put together your offer. If you understand them, you're already way ahead of the game. Okay, lever number 1, your actual role. This is the absolute foundation of your salary. The specific job you land makes a huge difference. You know, something like a quality assurance or quality control role, they often have pretty structured, almost predictable pay scales. But then you look at roles in, say, pharmacovigilance or clinical operations, and the range can be way wider, depending on the specific skills they need. All right, that brings us to lever number 2, the type of company you work for. And listen, this one is just as critical as your role. Seriously, the size, the business model, where you work can have a massive impact on your entire compensation package. And here's where it gets interesting, because there's a real trade-off. You've got your big pharma manufacturers, right? They usually offer super stable pay, really well-defined salary bands, and awesome benefits. But then you have contract research organizations, CROs, or other smaller firms. They might have a totally different vibe. The pay structure could be different, but you might find yourself moving up faster or getting to learn a much broader set of skills in a shorter amount of time. And now for lever number 3. And honestly, this is probably the most important one, because it's the one you have the most control over. I'm talking about your job-ready proof. This isn't just about flashing your degree. It's about showing a company with real evidence that you can step in and do the job from day one. Okay, so let's really dig into that. What does job-ready proof even mean? And more importantly, how do you take something like a certificate and turn it into actual powerful leverage when you're sitting at the negotiating table? This really breaks it down perfectly. See, a certificate, that tells a recruiter you have the book smarts, the theoretical knowledge. But proof, we're talking actual projects you've done, maybe some templates you've created or structured work samples, that shows practical application. It screams, I can solve real problems. And crucially, it tells them you are a low training risk. And that is the key to everything. Think about it from the company's perspective. Training a new hire costs a ton of time and money. So when you walk in with proof that you're already skilled up, you're basically saying, hey, you're going to save money on me. And that saving, that value, that translates directly into a better offer for you.
All right, I know what a lot of you are thinking about, those big opportunities overseas, especially in the Gulf, right? It's got this reputation for massive salaries. But let's pause for a second and do a quick reality check. We need to look beyond that shiny big number.
So you might see a number like this pop up in a job ad. And yeah, it's easy to get super excited. I mean, that looks like a huge jump from a local offer. But not so fast. Because before you even think about jumping on a plane, you have to look at the whole picture. We're talking about strict, sometimes really long licensing processes. The cost of living can be sky high, and it just eats into that salary. Plus, you've got to read the fine print on those contracts and see what's really covered in your benefits. Suddenly, that big number doesn't look so big anymore. Okay, so with all that in mind, what's the move? What's your game plan? Let's map out a clear strategy to help you maximize your market value right from the very beginning. Here we go. 4 simple steps. 1, be smart about it. Choose a role that has a clear growth ladder. Think pharmacovigilance, regulatory affairs, or quality assurance. 2, double down on building that job-ready proof we keep talking about. It really lowers that training risk for employers. 3, stop the spray and pray approach. Apply to fewer jobs, but make them highly targeted. And 4, get ready to negotiate for more than just the base salary. So what does negotiating beyond salary even look like? Well, there's a lot on the table. You can talk about your official title or role level. You can ask for specific training support. You can discuss allowances for shifts or travel. Even a joining bonus or better insurance coverage are negotiable. All of these things add serious value to your total package.
This all leads to the most important takeaway, the big mindset shift I want you to have. Don't just chase the highest number for your first salary. Instead, chase the role that's going to make you way more valuable in 12 months' time. You have to play the long game.
And I'll just leave you with this one last thought. In the pharma world, if you play your cards right, your second job offer can bring a pay jump so much bigger than anything you could negotiate for your first. Your first job is just the launch pad. The real question is, where do you want it?
If this helped, like and subscribe. Watch the next video in Pharma Careers for the next role breakdown.